Stolen credit card, right?
No, that's not right. Look, I'm not a Jew and I'm not a druggie. I'm a car ringer, OK? Probably the last professional around. What I do is this. I go out with a transporter, pretending to be from the council. I slaps a ticket on a car that I fancy. Wait a while, nothing untoward happens. I uplift said motor, sell it for spares in Bulgaria.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you're not being charged with car theft, you shouldn't be telling this to anyone, not even the solicitor.
Of course I should be telling me brief. You see, credit cards ain't my MO.
So what you're saying, you're being fitted up?
Too bloody right I have. They were going to nick us for ringing. See, the court is red-handed, but by some stroke of good fortune, the vehicle I was trying to uplift had already been reported missing 3 days ago, so they couldn't do me. I was stealing a stolen car.
Why isn't any of this in the disclosure?
Exactly. And I didn't touch the plastic fantastic neither. We're in the glove compartment, weren't it?
An already stolen car.
Like I say, credit cards ain't my MO.
Right. Well, let's see what the CPS have to say about this.
Take a tip from a pro, son. Complaining at this juncture will only complicate matters. Might as well wait for the hearing, eh?
I don't want to miss...
No. Those are your client's instructions.
You haven't repaired the locks yet?
Are you familiar with the terms stable door and bolted?
Well, you haven't even swept up. You have to get a grip, Mr. Dunbar. Come on, I'll help you.
Oi, what are you doing?
Tidying up.
They're already tidy. You didn't touch that lot.
I don't know why you have to be so hostile, Mr. Dunbar. It wasn't me who did this to you.
Who cares who took the stuff? It was all worthless anyway.
That's not what you put on the crime form.
No, look. Our printer, right? Cost me £600 2 years ago, but when I go down to PC World to replace it, I'll get a better one for 35 quid.
I'm sorry, I don't see why the falling price of electrical goods upsets you so much.
Because there's nothing left worth stealing. The stupid scumbag that did this won't get nothing for it. It'll cost me thousands, but he won't see a tenner. Because who wants to buy knocked-off gear when you can go legit for loose change?
So crime really doesn't pay? Well, surely that's a good thing.
Not for me. If crime paid, I wouldn't be overdrawn at the bank. If crime paid, the scrote who burgled me wouldn't have to do 50 jobs a week to pay for his drug habit. And if crime paid, in a very extremely unlikely event you ever caught him, he could afford to hire me for proper money instead of sponging off legal aid.
Have you always been this angry, or is it just since your divorce?
Whoa. How do you know I'm divorced?
Oh, come on, Mr. Dunbar, it's obvious. Look at your shirt. That was never clean on this morning.
Oh, I see. I'm some sad sack, am I? You can come round here and feel sorry for.
It's also obvious she left you.
Oh, and why's that?
Because if you'd left her, it would have been for another woman, and she'd have made sure you had a clean shirt.
Thank you, Miss Marple. You ever thought about a career with the police? They could do with some detectives.
And if you had another woman, you wouldn't be sitting here feeling sorry for yourself. You'd be clearing up.
There. Happy now?
Now, the police found 4 credit cards, which had been used in a variety of off-licences and garages in the area, and resulted in a total credit card fraud of over £2,000.
Your Worships, my client would like to make a personal statement.
I was stopped for car ringing, your worships. I'm a car ringer, with a string of previous for which I've always pleaded guilty. So if I was here before your worships for uplifting a motor, I'd take a custodial without a word of complaint. But on my little daughter's life, credit cards ain't my MO.
Is this true? Was the suspect originally arrested for car theft?
Not really able to say, your worships.
Why not?
Well...
The bench is waiting for an answer.
Yeah, sorry, I don't seem to have received all the papers from the police.
So you're coming here to say you've wasted the court's time and you'd like an adjournment, is that it?
No, your worships, I'm asking. Well, sorry, I'm saying.
It seems to me he doesn't even know what charges to bring.
I'm afraid I just can't give to your worships. And so the prosecution's unable to proceed and would like to withdraw the charges.
Whatever they are.
Yeah, your worships.
It's not his fault you tried to fit up my client. Credit cards aren't his MO.
His nicknames are on the con. You want to see his previous.
So, my client is a distractor who specialises in tricking his way into OAP houses posing as a meter reader.
Yeah, and then when they're not looking, Ron swipes the money, the pension books, and naturally the cash cards. Oh, he ain't got no little daughter neither.
What a waste of a day.
Yeah, hours of unpaid time for Soddo. Of course, in the old days, I'd be dealing with professionals.
What? A Sweeney with a few verbals?
Not the police, you blunket. Criminals. Blaggers who knew what the fuck they were doing.
So, you just want to be burgled by a better class of criminal? Some professional like Ron the Con, eh?
No, professional criminals wouldn't bother with me. They'd be too busy planning the next bank robbery.
Oh, well, that's all right, then.
Yeah, it is. You know, when I was training, any half-decent armed robber would bung you 500 quid just to employ his missus as a clerk for the afternoon.
Why? They wouldn't make us coffee either.
Because old professional knew their rights and could afford to pay for them. So when you went up the slammer, the missus would come along as well to give them some conjugal.
What, while they were on remand?
Yeah, picture the scene. You're exercising your solicitor-client privilege whilst some gangsters' moles handing out blowjobs right in front of you.
I'll be sure to put that in my portfolio then.
Or if she's feeling particularly sexy, up on the desk, masturbating to orgasm, and she's paying you.
This is a pure fantasy, or should I say your fantasy?
No, I'm talking about the mid-70s, when the female orgasm had only just been invented, and the fashion in those days was for big and noisy ones. I can tell you.
And this really happened to you, did it? Scout's honour?
No, of course not. I was still at college, but it was something to aspire to, wasn't it? A career plan. Instead of the amateurs who turn up here without a pot to piss in. I've got underpants older than most of our clients. Come on, I'll buy you a drink.
No, I can't.
Why not? You don't know anyone else you're going to do.
I'm having a drink with Sarah.
What?
Why can't you just fancy a drink after work?
Because she's up to something, isn't she?
Does this one here still work?
Of course.
How much did you pay for it?
Now that would be telling. But I can certainly let you have it cheap.
You can let me have it for nothing. It was stolen from my office yesterday.
Hey, I'm just an honest businessman, OK? Some bloke comes in here with some gear to sell. Provided he gives a name and address, I can buy it.
And what name did this bloke give you? Mickey Mouse?
No, John Smith.
John Smith of 47 Smallbrook Close?
How could you know that?
What's that?
Our kettle. The guy's bringing the computers round in his van.
You got our stuff back?
Some of it. I also got the name of the burglar.
How?
I have my methods.
Which are?
Assuming he's a stupid smackhead, he goes to the nearest fence to the job, sells the stuff for nothing and leaves his right name and address. Remember John Smith?
One of my own clients. I've been turned over by one of my own scumbag clients. There you go, signed confession, John Smith, 47 Smallbrook Close, Maudley.
No use to us, I'm afraid. We can't use it. The case has been marked DNFPA.
DNFPA?
Detected no further police action.
I know what it means. It means you scrubbed it. You fucking scrubbed it. Why have you scrubbed it?
There was some suspicion that the original report might have been a false alarm generated solely by the need to support a fake insurance claim.
Whose suspicion?
Victim liaison officer. Apparently a real victim would have been far more traumatised by a burglary.
But I'm not even fully covered.
That's what she said, which makes your blatant destruction of the evidence all the more baffling.
Evidence? What evidence?
An earprint, apparently.
Congratulations.
For what?
Well, you finally won a case.
Getting a scumbag like Ron off doesn't feel like winning.
No. And, of course, it wasn't against me, was it?
No.
Still, there's no shame in that.
No?
Well, 81% of all cases that come to court result in a guilty verdict.
Exactly.
So, of course, you're sanguine about losing. You're defending. What else could you expect? Except...
Except what?
Except Leanne Gates. I thought you'd be a bit upset about that one.
Really?
Oh, come on. A single mother gets sent down for stealing £1. I thought you'd be devastated.
Did you?
Oh, let's face it, I slaughtered you. Anyone less committed to defending would just want to crawl away and die.
Would they?
Still, that's the name of the game, isn't it? And you knew that the moment you took the job on, so there's no point in worrying about it now, is there? Whatever people say.
Sarah, losing all the time is no reason to give up being a defence solicitor.
Absolutely. No, you're right.
I know I'm right. If I wanted a reason to give up defending, it'd be because half the time the prosecution isn't ready, or the police fail to attend, or the courts are double booked, or the witnesses don't show up, or I don't receive the case papers, or Double Force has lost my client. Not because I happen to lose some stupid case.
I see. Still sounds to me like you might be a little concerned about losing. Or perhaps you're just worried you're not making a difference. Cheers.
Mr. Dunbar?
Yeah.
Well, you dialed 999.
12 hours ago.
Well, we came as quick as we could.